Felt that rumble this morning in the Arklatex today. 2 earthquakes in Harrison County were felt across northeast Texas and northwest Louisiana. That video you just saw was the first tremor from a viewer in Blanchard. You could see the rattle of the Christmas tree, got the reaction from both the people living there as well as their pets. Thanks for joining us tonight on KSLA News 12 at 6. I'm Ashley Graham.
And I'm Bisky Duncan. We're joined by First Alert Chief Meteorologist Matt Jones.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that this morning. It doesn't happen all that often in the region. The first earthquake had a magnitude of 3.3. The second one had a magnitude registered at 2.6.
Wow, crazy. And KSLA News 12's Donna Kia spoke to the U.S. Geological Survey about the earthquake's strength, as well as people in the area that felt those impacts.
From East Texas,
this morning about a little after 6, I was still in bed, and I could feel my bed shaking.
To Northwest Louisiana,
I was up sitting in my chair and the whole house started shaking.
Many people in the Arklatex woke up this morning to shaking from a 3.3 magnitude earthquake. By lunchtime, a second, smaller earthquake hit, all happening near the Texas-Louisiana state line. Several Blanchard residents let us know they felt it, including the Robins who caught the earthquake on their Ring doorbell.
I thought it was something like a tree falling on the house because we have large trees around the house.
The U.S. Geological Survey tells us earthquakes can trigger another earthquake or aftershock, like we saw today. The USGS says people normally start to feel earthquakes at magnitude 2, and they don't get damaging until the high 4s or 5. But the lack of damage didn't make the experience less shocking or scary to Ben Robbins.
It felt more like an explosion than it did what I would think an earthquake would feel like, because there was nothing leading up to it. It was just sudden and violent. But yeah, it was kind of scary.
We asked the USGS about possible causes of the earthquake.
However, this area has a lot of oil and gas operations where they're fracking and they're injecting wastewater down deep. And so a lot of the earthquakes now have ramped up in the last 15 years or so. And a lot of them are probably man-made.
By Caddo Lake, one woman tells us she's never experienced anything like this.
You always think that there's magic here at uncertain Texas, and I do believe there is.
In Northwest Louisiana and East Texas, Donna Kia, KSLA News 12.
And on the KSLA First Alert Weather app, the 2 quakes pinged on our radar. You can actually see that right here. You can see the indicator just miles away from Oil City and the Texas-Louisiana state line just southeast of uncertain Texas on Caddo Lake. The app will tell you the magnitude, the location, and time of the quake.